Well, today's the day. Today's the day that age verification just passed across Australia, where everybody who's under 16 are no longer allowed to use social media. And if they want to, they're going to have to provide some sort of ID verification. I already know what you're thinking. It's all good. I don't live in Australia. This is not going to affect me. Well, I want to introduce you to my friend Goku, and he has a few words he wants to say to you.
I'm gonna slap some sense into you!
Now that we're a little bit more sensible, know that this is going to be spreading to literally every single country in the world. It is only a matter of time. In fact, a lot of countries right now are looking at this law that was implemented by Australia as motivation. They are following suit and they are inspired by this law. And now there are countries like Denmark and Malaysia following suit. It does not matter what continent you are in. Unless you live in Antarctica, your continent is at risk of having age verification. Denmark is actually taking it one step further, and they want to do this for people who are 15 and under. In pretty much every major country that you can think of is following suit, or they plan to follow suit, with laws being proposed in each one of their congresses. We already know that it's in the UK, with them actually setting the standard with their awful Online Safety Act, where it started off with them just banning access to adult websites, and we all were like, okay, well, I mean, I guess that's okay. But then we all understood the slippery slope that would go down, and now it is spread to every single country, and now it doesn't even have anything to do with adult videos. Now it's YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Everything is going to have age verification across the world. It's a pretty dark day, to be honest with you, because if laws like this are going to become the norm, they're going to be extremely hard to fight, and we're not even really going to be able to do anything if the entire world's governments decide, you know what, we're going to have age verification everywhere. I think we already know all the dangers of age verification, but just for people who aren't aware, basically you are at risk of having your data breached by all of these apps, with them mishandling your information, getting hacked by people who want access to that biometric data, and just having an overall sense of helplessness, just knowing that the government just has all this information about you. They have all these pictures about you, fingerprints, everything. And now all these social media websites are going to have access to all this as well. The App Store, Spotify, anything that you can think of, any website that you can think of right now either already has age verification or plans to add it in the future. And it gets to the point where it has nothing to do with the kids. These governments just want to collect everybody's information and sell it. All these social media companies want to do it as well. That's why companies like Meta are lobbying for these bills, putting billions of dollars into the funding of these bills, and essentially forcing countries to follow suit. I already made a video of Meta basically forcing Canada to have age verification. The T app was a women's dating safety app that got completely leaked and hacked, with 72,000 images, including 13,000 selfies and photo IDs being leaked. Discord had a hack as well, where about 70,000 government IDs were leaked, and it's actually speculated to be a lot more than that. And like I said, it's just a pretty grim situation right now where these laws just keep getting passed over and over again. I really don't see too many people talking about age verification. People don't really seem to think it's that big of a deal. A lot of YouTubers are just going on their merry way, making their videos about whatever they want to, and nobody seems to really care about age verification. But soon, when it affects them, soon it affects their country, their state, or whatever, then all of a sudden they're gonna make videos, you know what, this is wrong and we shouldn't have this, and this is a violation of our privacy. Well, too fucking late, buddy. You guys should have had all these age verification videos and trying to spread awareness of this before all the laws got passed, not after. Obviously, it's gonna be extremely hard to do something about it when all the laws are already passed. There are so many arguments that I've made about age verification, about why it's wrong, about why it's a breach of privacy, and why we should allow parents to just do their fucking job and parent their kids. But one thing that I want to leave you guys with is this poll that is being conducted on, I believe this is like Fox.com or something. The idiocy of the people voting on this poll just baffles me, because as you'll see, this poll is going to start to go overwhelmingly in the freaking yes category, and everybody's just going to keep voting yes on this poll of, do you agree with Australia's ban on social media for children under 16? If you guys actually think by providing an ID for your children to the government is going to be a good way to protect them from having their privacy stolen, or from protect them in general, you are stupid. Their IDs have a huge chance of getting leaked now, and their information is now at the hands and the mercy of social media and all the third parties that handle all the age verification, facial ID stuff. You just put your guys' kids at such a massive risk of having huge ID leaks, data leaks, biometric data leaks, and this was stuff that they didn't have to worry about before, because before, all parents had to do is just parent their fucking children. The people voting yes are idiots because they don't know how to do their jobs and parent their kids and actually watch what they do and watch their social media accounts like our parents did back in the day. Because a lot of us were either born before social media was a thing, or a lot of us were born when social media was starting to become a thing, when a lot of the social media websites were becoming popular and stuff like that. And I've used this example in other videos before. Man, my parents knew I had social media and they would just watch what I would do. At no point did my parents or a lot of other people's parents think, you know what, I need the government to fucking raise my children for me because I'm so lazy and incompetent that I need the government to make decisions for me regarding my children. I mean, it's just such a frustrating, annoying situation. Seeing that yes counter just get higher and higher at almost 80% of people in this poll saying, yeah, we agree with Australia's social media ban. Either they're just naive or they're idiots and they just don't understand anything in terms of what they're voting for and how bad this is going to be. And that is not even acknowledging the massive risks and actual failures of facial identification systems as of yet. I've already read out these statistics multiple times in multiple videos, but just give these a quick skim over. Basically, what this article is saying, and it's very well researched, good job to the CCIA, which is actually one of the organizations that is suing, I believe, Texas for their age verification laws. They were suing Texas for like their App Store age verification law because they said it's unconstitutional, which is true. But anyways, they're saying that there is about a 3 to 5 year age error when it comes to 18 to 24-year-olds. Only 7.2% to 34.5% of 13-year-olds were correctly estimated within 1 year. 4.7 to 30.3% for 17-year-olds were within 1 year. And for 18-year-olds, it was 33% to 62% within 3 years. So it is not accurate at all. So many people are able to get past age verification and facial identification systems. People are going to find workarounds in this stuff. People are going to use AI to their advantage and get rid of these age verification things and just generate images of people and use those. People are going to start downloading VPN. As I'm sure you guys would imagine, age verification laws have sent VPN usage soaring. So many people are using VPNs now to change their location to some country that they can find that doesn't have age verification, but soon there's not going to be a country to pick because all of them are going to have age verification. People are going to rebel against this law, and rightfully so, because this is a huge violation of privacy, having everybody forced to submit their IDs, government IDs, facial recognition, all this type of stuff, just collecting our data shamelessly. This is another list that I've referenced before, but these are all the states and countries right now that have age verification laws, and this isn't even up to date. I mean, there's way more that has been happening recently. Other countries and states that have been joining in on this. Half of the United States is already there, more than half actually. UK, France, Italy, and like I said, this isn't even counting a lot of other countries that are already having age verification as well. So it is just the slipperiest slope of all slipperiest slope. And like I said, shame on the people who know that this is happening and they're not speaking about it. I mean, this is one of those things where all of these different countries and states are going to have age verification laws, and then people are going to start to make videos and complain saying how wrong it is and how it's bullshit that they have to submit their IDs. If the only time you want to acknowledge a problem that is happening to other people is when it starts happening to you, you're a selfish person, and that is what it's really coming down to in terms of age verification. This is an incredibly malicious thing that is happening across the world. And like I said, in pretty much every single video I've made about age verification, it is baffling to me how little people care about this. People even accuse the people who make videos about it, like me, for like fear mongering and stuff like that, which is something I've addressed in other videos as well. They're like, oh, you're fear mongering, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I will see you in a year from now and let's see if you have that same opinion. And when you soon have to hand over an ID to use the Google search or something like that, then you guys are going to come crying and say, oh, you know, we were wrong, we should have been talking about this. Shout out to our community, shout out to everybody who watches these videos and spreads them around and leaves comments, because we all know the truth. We all know that this is going to be really, really bad. And this is a dark day with Australia having their whole continent basically having to have age verification. Oh, and also something I forgot to mention, the usage of social media age verification is being tested right now by kids, and a lot of them are getting passes over or under 16 when they're not actually over or under 16. So basically, the facial age estimation technology, as we referenced in that CCIA article, is not accurate at all. It is making mistakes left and right, and it is something that is going to keep getting worse as Australia is going to find out how bad those facial age verification technologies actually are. This is what it's going to look like on Instagram. It's going to say, due to laws in Australia, soon people under 16 will no longer be able to use social media. You will not be able to use your Instagram account until you've turned 16. This means you can't use Instagram and your profile won't be visible to you or others until then. And they give you steps to either add a phone number, email address, download your information, or review your date of birth. And obviously, if you do say that you're over 16, you're going to have to provide some sort of ID verification. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. Age verification just won. They're taking over, man, and we got to do something about it. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more. See ya.